Happy Friday. Happy Friday. We have one of our special guests today. Tell them hey. What's your name?
Hi everyone, my name is Gabriella.
And this is my daughter, and we're super excited, you guys. So we're going to give time for people to hop on. I am about to share. We got this out on YouTube. We have it on Facebook World. So I'm about to share this out as people are getting off of work, or maybe you work from home, so you just kind of hop from your computer to your phone. It is time to get people on because we're super excited to release the world premiere, as I like to call it, of the commercial. And so we're going to get into it. We're going to bring some people to the stage and talk it through. So start sharing this out. If you're in the comments, give us some waves. Hello. We want to see that you're there. All right. So let's see if I can find it myself. I didn't get my own notification. I hate that sometimes. Let's see. There we go. I got my own notification. Hey. There we go. All right, now I can share this out. You know, Facebook always be doing something different. And I'm going to start my watch party on my page. It's not really working here. Let's go from the computer. All right, as you guys are coming in, hey, we're excited for you to be here. Here we go. We're gonna share this out. All right, share. All right, awesome. So, listen, you guys, this has been a journey. As Rescue is now 6 years, and Gabby's 6 years, so you can kind of see where my motivation came from with Rescue. And it started off with, let me just give it a year, see how things go. I don't know, and then it grew into all of this, having interns, having staff, like it has blown up, bigger than I can think of. And prayerfully, it can continue to grow and grow and grow. But we are super excited that we got the opportunity. As you know, during the pandemic, events went nowhere. Events couldn't go anywhere. So we had to improvise, and we started doing virtual events to continue to keep staff on, paying bills, all of that stuff. And so, especially after George Floyd, everyone was on the kick of supporting Black businesses, as they should have been doing anyway. But it gave a lot of leverages to small businesses and realized that we are the heart, we are the community. And so we applied for this grant. I think I applied maybe twice or so. I didn't get it the first round, and we definitely got it the second round. And, for those who are like, I want to apply to it, it actually ends today. So you could still apply. You never know. So definitely do that. We'll put the link in the comments soon. But what we won was a 90-day media ad that would run in certain regions close to your demographics. And so it's targeted marketing for who's your target audience, basically. And so at first I was like, I'm not sure what this means, right? And so I started talking to my other entrepreneur friends, and they were like, no, girl, that's big. Do you understand how much a TV commercial costs, and for a small business to have 90 days airtime? That's a very long shelf life, they like to call it. So, the encouragement that I wanted to do this world premiere release, and I'm going to let Gabby speak in a moment, is that I want to be able to encourage other people, other small businesses who kind of had doubts of like, I'm not sure, you just got to continue to push. And we're still pushing even after this. Sometimes I'm like in a daze of like, yeah, we won this commercial thing, but not really noticing it. I might start freaking out when I see my own commercial on TV. That's probably where it'll hit me. But we're super excited, and we didn't do this alone. It took a team. And so Gabriella was one of our producers, timekeeper, calling the shots on the scenes. So, Gabby, do you have any thought process of what you saw, what mommy was doing for her business? Like how when you saw everything behind the scenes we were making the commercial, what went through your mind?
Um, I don't really remember.
So when we were doing it, come a little closer. Come on, superstar. So when we were doing it, and you had to call quiet on the set and all that stuff. Was that fun? Did you like doing stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay. And how do you think like we did as we were, we had to do a couple of takes and all that stuff, how it was a long night. Wasn't it a long night?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That hotel was like a really long night.
And did it look pretty? Like, tell me your thoughts. I want to know what you were thinking.
So I really liked how you guys were acting, and I liked the clothes.
Mm-hmm.
And the jackets were pretty cool.
Yeah, that was pretty cool, isn't it? So she made sure we were quiet on the set. And we had some hardworking staff as well. We partnered with one of our videographers that we like to partner with also with our clients, Metagy Media. And I loved working with them because, so there's a couple of things, right? So when you fill out the application, it asks, do you have video? I was like, yeah, I got plenty of video, right? And so again, I wasn't really understanding the depth of what this meant. So when I talked to Frank, the CEO, he was like, yeah, Melissa, I think you need to do something new. We can plug in your stuff to kind of show, but we need a fresh look. Like, this is major. And I'm like, really? We think we do? It's like, yeah. I mean, he went to town. We're going to talk about the storyboard and all that stuff. But, for every good CEO or boss, right, you can't do it alone. I don't know don't let no one tell you that you can do this alone. I have my right hand brain. I'm going to say the right side of my brain that makes me function. And days that she's not able to do stuff, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to survive today because I need her in my life. So, and I don't know what she'll do if she ever leave me, right? She can't leave us. We got to make her stay. So I am going to bring on my intern to admin assistant to my right hand die to ride girl. I am going to bring on Shamaya and Frank at the same time. We're just going to have a great conversation before, I got to tease y'all. You're just not going to get the commercial right off the bat. So we got to tease y'all. So we're going to bring them in. Hey guys.
Hi.
You're on mute.
Hey everybody, we were just trying to get as much people on here as well.
Yeah.
Sharing the special day,
Yeah, so both of y'all introduce yourselves.
You can go first.
Well, I guess I'll introduce her. She's Shema Smith, my girlfriend, my future wife. And then she's the administrator for Rescue.
Melissa, yeah.
Yep. And then I'm the owner of Metagy Media. So yeah.
Yes. So Shemai, let's talk about, your first time finding Rescue, needing, you were at Howard Community College trying to get your credits to just graduate.
Yeah.
Like, could you have seen yourself from that moment to where we are now?
No, honestly, I was just like, okay, I need to get an internship. So, okay. And then I met this random girl. She's like, yeah, I know Melissa. She's great. Da, 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 da. I'm like, okay, cool. did an interview, and here we are, like today, 3 years later, I think.
Yeah, or something like
Yeah.
3 or 4 years. And
Yeah.
FYI, y'all, I don't even know who that girl is.
Right. I don't even know her name. Like honestly, she was like an angel. Like she was just like, here you go.
Look at God. He sent
Yeah.
the angel, right? Yeah. And I mean, Shemaya's spirit of just the go-getterness, and the enthusiastics about, events, and you have to be detail oriented. And so I stuck with Shemaya, and and she pushes me. She may not know that, but she does pushes me and has my best interest at heart. And
Yeah.
that's important when you have a team and you're building a team, that you have someone that has your best interests and can represent your organization at the same time. But let's talk about just getting the news, and Frank, me coming to you with like, hey, what should we do?
Yeah, it was just kind of like you get your that got that phone ring, and it's like, "Oh, there we go, Melissa again. I hope she doesn't tell me like, hey, I need something in 3 days." So I'm like, hello, and then she's like, hey, so guess what? We have this commercial. I won this thing. Told me the whole process, and then like what she said. Let's just put clips together, and I'm like, I mean, it's Comcast, so let's try to come up with something a little bit fresh, and it's because it is major. I mean, just to like I don't know. Obviously, I don't know how much it really costs to be on TV, but I'm sure it's not a couple $100. You know what I mean?
It's
So,
not.
and especially for 90 days, that's a very long time, and that's really, really good. So definitely, we were able to come up with something fresh, and then just at that moment, I was like, you know what? Let's just. What about if you show your team and like kind of show the process, and from there we started creating a little bit of a story. So it was pretty fun. Definitely on that, creating that story. I can't take full credit of that because Shema definitely helped me with creating the very end part, and also another assistant we had, which her name is Hennessy, she definitely helped us out a lot on just creating. So it was really a team effort,
Yeah.
creating this entire commercial from beginning to end, and filming that day. It was a lot, but it was very exciting,
Yeah.
and it
It
was
was new.
definitely.
It was new experience. And shout out to Sagamore, Pendry. That's where we shot it.
Yes.
A beautiful space. Like Frank and I stayed there previously, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, we have to go to we have to go to Sagamore. We have to go to Sagamore. It's so
Yeah.
beautiful." I would definitely recommend anybody want to stay at a nice hotel. It's amazing. What was the
It
suite we
was
stayed in?
the Harbor Suite or something
Yeah,
like that. It's called like the Harbor Suite. But Frank and I were looking for venues, and usually I go to like Peer Space or Event Up. And I was shooting things to Frank. We're like, yeah, yeah, yeah. And there were really beautiful places. But the thing we ran into is we're gonna have to do some decor. Like it was empty spaces. And I was like, I already gotta get hair and makeup, changing outfits. I don't want to feel like setting up for an event, basically.
right.
Right.
And so when Shemaya got the pictures, I said, "What?
Yeah.
Yes." I know it's a little pricey, but we worked the deal, and we were definitely like, "Yeah,
This is it.
this is it. This
Yeah.
is it. Yeah, definitely." And we took advantage of it, and also did photos. So I did new branding photos
Yeah.
as well.
That's
Um,
cool.
No, it was the perfect place for it.
Yeah,
It was very compact. It was not even compact. It was kind of like it was a perfect size for it. You know what I mean? We were
mhm.
definitely looking at other places like DC. We
Yeah.
went to the Wharf to look at.
Oh
It was
yeah, y'all. It was some crazy. One hotel. I'm not gonna say the name of the hotel, but they had American Idol there. So granted, but to even do their hallway was like 2K.
Yeah.
yeah, no.
The ballroom was 10,000. So I'm not American Idol,
Yeah.
but
No, but Sagamore was a perfect spot. Definitely.
it was, and their staff was great. Most people know me like I'm always on the go go go. I think that's the first time Shemai and Frank ever saw me like, yo, I'm tired.
Yeah, I said that. I was like, Melissa, I've never seen you tired, but it was a long day. Like
It is.
we went from makeup,
Yeah.
getting dressed, photo shoot, straight back to the video.
We got home, and I don't even honestly I don't even remember how we got home.
It was like 2 in the
Just
morning. We
tired.
just were like, zombie mode, just driving
It's just
home. Like,
like
we actually did that.
yeah.
We did that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think what puts things in perspective for me, that's like a humbling moment, is that the excitement of seeing like some of your family members, seeing other people who are in the commercial, showing their family members.
Yeah.
It's like, like, yo, I'm on a commercial. And I'm like, dang, like, we're affecting other families. And, so that's really an really exciting perspective and a humbling perspective, really.
Now, one thing you did mention before, where you were saying, you said I want to make sure people feel like and know that there's like no, even if you start small, you start in where you probably don't know how it's gonna go. You're just like, well, I'm gonna give it a shot, and then it turned into this.
Hmm.
I am kind of also one person who's kind of in the same position right now, where Melissa has been the mentor for both of us in business,
Definitely.
and everything that she's also learned, she's also trying to put it out somewhere else. So definitely, if you have any questions, definitely come to Melissa. Um, Bestest person you probably find out there. And she was able to give us the opportunity to do this commercial, as well.
Yeah.
So definitely, she's not just impacting families, but she also is impacting businesses. So
And us as people. I mean, we've learned so much in the last 3 years. I feel like I've learned so much, and
and it,
we're forever grateful, really.
not even just in business, like anybody else
Right.
who's out there, it's not even just business. It's more of character of character a lot of just discipline of it's a whole 360 lifestyle that definitely comes into play. So find yourself a mentor.
Yeah. If please, y'all, especially you starting off in business, I didn't do that right away. And so when I see newbies, I'm like, oh, no, 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 come here. Let me help you out because it is so needed. Thank you guys so much for the congratulations. We are,
On there.
oh, this is your fan. Hey, fam. Awesome. So yeah, one thing I want to talk about is a storyboard, right? So just like an event, you have a run a show, you put everything together. Like Frank actually drew out a storyboard and showed me like what each frame would be. That's so important because I'm a visual person, and that really helped put things together.
Yeah, that storyboard. At that we didn't even kind of. It's very important, definitely, to have a storyboard. You have a clear idea of what direction you're going to go. Even though that on that shoot day, that storyboard wasn't fully used because of the type of location, and when we actually looked at the place, we came up with different ideas. But the concept was there. So because the concept was there, it was so much easier to just execute instead of just kind of like, so what we're going to do next. So
Mm-hmm.
Event, I feel like you have a plan, and like sometimes it just doesn't work out that way. You have to have plan A, B, C, D. Sometimes you just roll with it. Just like with events.
this is an
So
art, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
it
Like
is.
event planning is an
It
art,
is.
filming is art. And the only way to, you know, get something nice is just trial and error. And you know what I
Yeah,
mean? So
sometimes.
if you create an idea, just have the concept, move along with it.
Absolutely, because there's things that we had on the storyboard that was like, yeah, this is not going to work,
Yeah.
and we had to change it up.
Yeah.
So, and then the different takes and
Yeah.
being on one accord as a team, but it definitely worked out, and it's so hard, you guys, to get. I was hoping Comcast told me 60 seconds.
Oh my gosh.
When they told me 30 seconds, I'm like, gosh, that is so much information to
Yeah.
get into 30 seconds. But Frank did it perfectly. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for that.
No
Well,
problem. Yeah.
well,
It was fun. I wish we would have got more of that the take we did, the scene where we were walking up. We did
Yeah,
that
yeah.
15 times.
I know.
Get that a little bit.
but it
we had a
wasn't
few
it.
more
It
seconds,
was more of that. The team kept looking at the screen, then looking at the camera.
Yeah, right.
It's like Look at the camera.
It was. We just wanted to see ourselves. We wanted to make sure we were making
Yeah,
steps
that
right.
was. We had one person. I think even it's in the take, but it's all right. Like it's so quick, we can't
Oh,
even really
right.
see it. Yeah. But every time I look at her part, I'm like, she's looking. So, yeah.
Right.
She
Yeah.
just couldn't help it. She definitely couldn't help
Oh,
it.
look, my mom.
Hey, mommy.
No,
Yes.
it was definitely a great experience, and we are very grateful for that experience. Definitely looks good on our resume as well. But it's an experience that was definitely a little bit life changing.
Yeah.
In a sense where, in more in your case, I don't, like you say, you don't even think it's hit you yet. You know what I mean?
Has
And it
it?
hasn't even
Me.
fully hit me either yet. Because then my dad has Comcast. He's like, I'm gonna be watching out for it, and I'm just kind of waiting for like, I saw
I
that
know, I know.
thing.
I sent the emails like, can I get the list of times every time I play? She's like, I'll get back to you on Monday. I'll give you a few times. Because I think it's gonna play like over 2,000 times.
Wow.
So she's like, I'll give you a few.
That's 90 days, 7 days a week, 24 hours. I mean, you see that we don't have cable, but we have Amazon Prime. They have a
Yeah.
little cable section.
Yeah.
We put it on every once in a while, and I don't like it because sometimes I'm like, yo, ads over and over and over
but
again.
it sticks in your head. Like
It does.
Yeah.
what was the line? It's handled. People are gonna be saying that all over the place. Like,
Oh, wild.
saying it. Like yesterday when I spoke to my family, they were like, "It's handled, handled all over the house.
My mom.
Handled."
My mom. When I told her, she was in the room, and all I hear is, "It's handled." It's handled. Everybody's like,
Everybody's
it's
gonna be saying
handled.
it.
So that is the slogan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the commercial, and that was perfect. I think that it's handled. Who came up with it's handled?
Yeah, I mean, and so for those who don't understand where that comes from, my clients have coined me the Olivia Pope of live events. And so in her show, you throw me off. In her show, when there's like a crisis, she would get on the phone and she would say, it's handled. Or when after she fixes it, she's like, it's handled. So that's where,
Yeah.
as Shemai was doing her homework, she was like, yeah, she needs to say this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
awesome.
You guys
All
won't
comes
believe
together. Yeah.
the day
Yeah.
before that we filmed, we were here 2-3 in the morning. I think.
Oh yeah. Trying to do come up with the script and
We
everything.
were filming. We were just
We were
like,
just
okay,
going from place to place, trying to place everything. Yeah, it was just just trying to match it all out and discuss the idea before we got there. And it was like, yeah,
It was. And I think the hotel was like, what? I mean, they knew we were doing a commercial, but I mean, the gear that was coming in, it was like, what is happening?
I think there was another event going on there at the same time.
I think so.
Yeah, because I kept hearing the videographer, and one of them thought it was me because I
It
was.
was like, no,
I was
I
like,
can't
sorry.
be though. Here's my card.
Let me show you my digital business.
right.
So, it was very, very cool. Very cool.
Definitely a great experience.
Any entrepreneurs out there who's trying to get yourself into business, doing whatever idea that you have, go for it. Don't stop. Ask for advice, and just always be willing to learn because you don't know how far anybody will go. You know what I mean? So, I mean, Rescue Event Planning is going to be doing a really big event in the next few months as well, right?
Yeah. I don't think we can fully tell yet, but yeah, it's pretty major. It's pretty major.
I can't tell all the goods, okay?
No,
But
yeah.
I gotta give you that
I
premiere,
signed the
though.
NDA. I signed the NDA.
It's really big, though. That's really good. So you never know where you're gonna be at.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's watching now?
Nana and Papa.
Nana and Pop-Up is watching. Yes. So, I'm not gonna hold, the suspense any longer, you guys. I think it's time to let everyone know. And I did find out it's not only if you have Comcast, it's also if you do broadband.
Okay.
So if you do have streaming services, it should play. And I think it's about over 300,000 people that's in the target audience that it will show in, throughout the 90 days.
Awesome. That's so cool.
Yes. So, all right, I am going to clear the stage, you guys, and we are going to start this commercial.
Bye, guys.
Are you still struggling to plan your next event? Let us rescue you. It's handled. It's handled. It's handled. I am Melissa Jakes, CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning, the Olivia Pope of live events. Consider your next event handled. Ah! So that's it. That is it. We also put it on YouTube. So, I want to make sure you get the clear version of it, right? So definitely head over to YouTube. We'll be doing our own target marketing as well, and, do some Facebook ads, Instagram ads as well. But you see 30 seconds go by so fast and we have so much film. But it definitely, it turned out amazing. What do you think, Gabby?
It was amazing.
I think it was handled, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She has
super handled.
Super handled. Yes, I have caught Gabby to go around saying it's handled. So, and I would not be able to get off without saying thank you so much to my husband, my ride to die, Guy. Yes, hearts. There are times, you guys, where I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing here. I need to go back to social work. And he, shakes me up and he tells me, you need to get your life in order and encourages me. So you definitely need that support system, whether it is your boyfriend, your fiance, a significant other, or just a really good best friend. Make sure you have a support system, because it's a heavy crown to wear when you're running a business, especially as you're adding on people to your team. It can become overwhelming to realize you're responsible for some people's income now. So you gotta push through, right? You gotta make sure you're succeeding so that they're able to succeed as well. But I am so glad that we're at this step. 2 years ago, I was speaking on Facebook at a Facebook event, and now we have a Comcast commercial. And we're only going up from here, and that's it. So thank you for your prayers, for your support. I think I'm going to play it one more time as we head out, and share it out, y'all. Share it out.
Was that Daddy?
That is Daddy. Daddy's being silly. All right, we're going to play it one more time, you guys. Are you still struggling to plan your next event? Let us rescue you. It's handled. It's handled. It's handled. I am Melissa Jakes, CEO and founder of Rescue Event Planning, the Olivia Pope of live events. Consider your next event handled.